The CNA program started fiscal year 13-14, and we started with 6 participants. This was out of the need of wanting to expand our training to more of the women population. We noticed that it was an increase of women coming home from the institution, and we wanted something for them. And surprisingly, most of the women that we surveyed wanted to do something that was in the medical field.
We look for CNAs that are compassionate and that want to be into the CNA program. Generally, that helps those students to do well. And normally they do have some sort of background that they've taken care of their grandmother or their father or even their children.
The participants go on every Friday for the first few weeks. I think that's a good model because it allows them to actually work the rest of the week. Because a lot of our people, one of the reasons they can't attend training is they can't afford to not work in order to attend the training to get the job they want. So this model allows them to work, 6 other days a week for the first few weeks. But then after the classroom instruction is over, it's a little more intensive with their clinicals. And the length of that depends on how the participant's going. So clinicals could take 3, 4, maybe 5 weeks.
First of all, they're gonna learn what a CNA does, what the responsibilities are. Some skills they already have from life. Some skills they don't. They're gonna learn how to do observation, assessment. They're gonna learn to do some very minor treatments. They're gonna learn how to turn a patient, give a patient a bath. They're gonna learn how to lift a patient from bed to wheelchair, from wheelchair to bed. They're gonna learn how to do a bed bath, how to make a bed.
We've had a couple of individuals that got on the floor and said, hey, this is not for me. You really have to have the innate desire to help people, sick people, elderly people with some of their basic living and basic needs on a regular basis. So if you're not into helping people when they're at their worst, this is not the program for you.
What made me start this field is I took care of my dad. My dad was sick. He died from Parkinson's disease, and I took care of him for 2 years. And I enjoyed doing it, so that's what made me switch over and go into the home health care. I think this is a good opportunity for me because it's a lot of opportunities in this work field. I chose it because I was already into the field. I just wasn't certified.
I would encourage anybody to want to do anything different after change. But I mean, it's up to the person. If they have a desire dealing with other people, then go for it.
We generally like working with people of higher risk. We believe that's where the resources should go in order to mitigate that risk. We check their criminal history because a lot of times if a person had a crime against another person, it's a little more difficult to get in a CNA program. It's possible, but they have to fill out a good cause waiver, which takes a little bit longer. So our vendor works great with the participants who need the good cause waiver, and she helps them fill those out.
I think the biggest challenge is their background. BK Medical Training Center is a second chance school. We welcome those type of individuals with backgrounds. The regulations state that they can't have a Class A or B felony. C's is okay. We work with those individuals on a good cause waiver with the state to allow them this opportunity to go to school in the field that they want, be it that it is a second chance school, and generally they're successful once we do that.
The first thing I would tell someone being released from prison that's thinking about going to the CNA program, to think, is this something I really could do? You need to be compassionate, caring, and understanding. These are people that's sick, need someone. Sometimes you can go in, say a little something to the person, give them something to help lift their day, and it's a job that's, it's not really hard. The pay's not bad. You can move up. You can go in as a CNA, move on up, take more classes, be an LPN.
I need to see where I'm pumping. 160 over 80.
You should ideally clamp it up here.
Yeah, but but I had got it. I got a reading.
I know you did.
But to clamp this up here, yeah. Up there.
This class is not hard. This class requires that you first manage your own life, and then you learn a different skill set. Sometimes this class helps to prepare you for managing your own life. Because number one, you have to be on time. Number two, you have to be here. Number three, you have to do the homework.
Actually, the last class that we did for probation and parole, we had 7 students, and I think out of those 7, 6 were employed. And we focused on the clinical sites, the areas that they train, and then we asked the director of nursing if they would be willing to interview our students and possibly hire them.
We have a 95% placement rating after completing the CNA program. Off the top of my head, we only have 2 clients that were not able to obtain their CNA license due not to so much a criminal background, but for something that was on if they were hotlined by Child Protective Services.
The CNA program gives them help. It gives them a fresh start, a beginning at a new life, somewhere where they can be productive, hopefully help get them a job, move on to higher education.
If you're a people person and you enjoy working with people and helping them recuperate and recover, this will be the awesome program for you. The average wage is about $10 to $12 an hour to start, but after a couple of years, many of our clients are now making around $14 an hour.
My vision is that they continue with school. The CNA program is a bird view of what nursing is. We call it Nursing Crash Course 101, and that they get that education that they need, and that we inspire them through our training to go back to school and to become a nurse. That's our ultimate goal.
So I pushes myself to get up, even when I don't want to get up and come. I come because I know there's something I want, and it's going to benefit me at the end.